It sucks. How long I waited to buy these. Now, it isn't gonna be your typical video where I flex like, hey, look at my fancy studio monitors and haha, you don't have them. No, not even close. If anything, I want this to inspire you. Today we are talking about how to choose the right studio monitors for your space, and we're gonna dive into why I chose these specifically for myself. A breakdown why these monitors stand out, how they compare to my previous setup, and whether they worth the price. I will also give you solid alternatives and show you a trick using headphones that can help you get a similar sound with a cheaper setup. Let's dive in. So, why the A8H? I've been producing, mixing and mastering over a decade, and while I picked up a lot of knowledge over the years, but it always fell off until I got obsessed with mix translation. And you and I both know the feeling, you think you nailed the mix, but then it falls apart at the moment you play it somewhere else. Constantly monitoring my sound on multiple devices until I finally got it right. Now, just like you, my session folders went from looking like this to this, and eventually this. Here is where the A8H come into play. You always hear people say treat your room and any monitor will work just fine. And while that's not wrong, we often overlook one critical detail: low-end accuracy, which can make or break your mix and master. Let me explain. In my opinion, even if you have a decent pair of monitors, if they don't physically reach into sub-frequency territory in somewhat linear way, you're gonna struggle to get an accurate picture of your mix. This becomes even more critical during mastering. Room treatment definitely helps, but it can't compensate for monitors that simply don't reach far enough into the low end. The A8H uses a three-way design. I'm able to pick out problems in the mix much more easily. The detail really makes the difference. To give you a comparison, while the NS10s are iconic and useful for specific tasks, their fatiguing nature and dated sound make them less ideal as primary monitors in today's studios. They are better suited for secondary reference monitors for mix translation. If you are setting up a modern studio, I believe it's a better choice to invest in a more versatile high-fidelity monitor like the A8H. I've also had experience with other monitors, including the KRK and Yamaha HS series. I used the HS7s for a long time, and I've also worked with the HS8s. While both are quite similar and offer a good mid-range response, their low-end lacks accuracy needed for critical mixing decisions. You will definitely need a subwoofer with those for proper mixing. It's always the same problem. Some monitors have great mid-range but don't translate well in other frequency areas, while others have impressive low-end but lack mid-range clarity. This often results in mixes that are either unbalanced or scooped simply because the monitors aren't providing an accurate picture across the full spectrum. Now, we can debate DSP versus analog monitors all day, but in the end what matters to me is translation. If the result feels right to me and my client, that's all that matters. Okay, let's talk about the integration with SonarWorks. Now, it's relatively easy to set these up. It's pretty straightforward. You do all these tests and all you need to do is to export the preset and open it with a control, and it will be loaded into the A8Hs. Overall, very useful when it comes to fine-tuning accuracy, even in the most imperfect rooms. But to tell you the truth, I'm using it on default, just as it came out of the box. The main sticking point is the price. A pair of A8H monitors costs around $3,000. Yes, and I'm not gonna pretend that these are budget-friendly monitors, cause they are not. They are indeed a high-end pair of monitors, but it was a sacrifice I was willing to make to gain all the benefits, especially saving me time from all those dreadful car checks. Time is money. Honestly, I just wanna enjoy the ride. I wanna dive into client work, spot issues on the spot, and resolve them right away. I simply want the ease and the accuracy that I can get with these monitors, and even though they came at a sacrifice, if you ask me, are they worth the price? For me, every single penny. I believe it's important to invest in the best monitoring system your budget allows, and they don't have to be the A8Hs. Adam designs different models in the A series for professional studios and the T series offering more affordable options. However, I believe you will need a subwoofer with those two-way monitors for accurate low-end monitoring. But setting it up correctly without room treatments could be challenging. This brings us to my preferred option. To give you the context, I did pay for these sets of monitors. However, they send these headphones to review is the Adam H200. It's Adam's first headphones, which were completely designed and engineered in-house. If we look at the build quality, it's superior to many headphones that are far more expensive. The cable is detachable and you have options to plug in left or right side. They are very comfortable, at least on my head, so I can wear them for long periods of time. In terms of sound quality, they give a pretty accurate representation of the sound. They help you make good decisions. However, it's a close-back design, which is great for certain situations like tracking mixing and for DJs or electronic music. But with this setup, they are not the best for mixing. However, it comes with the Adam Utility plugin that helps you customize the headphones and offers more separation, which makes it more suitable for mixing. Although in my opinion it doesn't represent the sound of the A8H, there is one important thing it does. It has a very detailed low end. If there is a problem down there, you definitely gonna hear it on these. So if you are working with a pair of two-way monitors, having this as part of your setup can be incredibly useful for filling in. Overall, what do I think of the Adam A8H after using them for a little over a month now? Well, I've got no revision requests and I'm very satisfied with the detail. Like I mentioned earlier, this is a goal I wanted to achieve as I've understood the importance of making a shift. So if you are on the fence or you don't know what to get just yet, you can always reach out, details in the description. Let me know your thoughts in the comments on high-end monitors, whether you are upgrading or you've done it already. And if you're having problem with your mixes or masters and you're looking to improve quickly, then watch this video next. See you there.